Here's part 2 of that video.
Alright, here's the other one. It's called the undersheriffs. Undersheriffs are in some precincts right here in the LA County, but not only that, but they extend all the way to San Diego, man, to the hood out there, to the sheriffs out there. You know what I mean? So they be having connects. You know what I'm saying? So the undersheriffs are like they're like they're not like as greedy as the rest of these sheriff gangs that are on here. They're more about like the more intelligent way. They plan shit out, but not in a brutal sense. More like how to screw people over, pues. You know what I mean? Like more like hey, pay us this amount of money and we'll make sure that person gets arrested, or we'll plant some evidence on him. But their strategy is more of a financial means. You know what I mean? Like they find a way how to get like money. Like hustling. You know what I mean? And the reason they're called undersheriffs is they're high ranking. They're high ranking. In order to be from this one, you gotta be the high ranking. Like you next up in line. You know what I mean? Like you gotta. So like that's how much this poison goes into the sheriff's department. That it goes like even to the high ranking. Like don't think that it's just these. It's all these new vatos that barely started in the Halle. Like nah, man. We're talking about fucking like 20-year veterans, 15-year veterans. You know what I mean? So yeah. That's what they mean undersheriff, like almost like the next commanding chief up in line. You know what I mean? But yeah, they're one of the oldest. One of the original. How could I say original police? Gang, whatever the fuck you want to call them. You know what I mean? And that shit's no joke. Look, like I'm saying, look at these pictures, man. These fools throwing up gang signs and chilling, pisteando, posted in their bloque. Yeah, that shit is fucking crazy, dog. This is what our taxpayer money goes for, ladies and gentlemen. That shit is insane. You know what I mean? But yeah, there's there's not that much scoop on these guys. These guys, since they're high-ranking members, they make sure they keep their fucking mouth shut. You know what I mean? Like, they don't really got too much people that squeal on them. I wonder why. I wonder what happened to them. But yeah, that's the undersheriff. You know what I mean? Here you have the most craziest ones, the newest ones. And these guys are crazy. They haven't been around that long. These guys are barely 2000, I think 2012 or 2014. The reports, were coming in. Now these ones they're different. They're a little bit different, and I'm gonna explain why. So they're called the executioners. As you can see from the tattoos, they all got to get matching tattoos, going back to that. Now, these ones are different because these ones are races. Like the other ones, you could be Mexican, Chinese, black, whatever. As long as you're law enforcement, they let you in. Fuck it, you down with us, whatever. These motherfuckers do not let no blacks in. No blacks. So it's only white, Asian, Mexican, all of that. But no blacks are allowed and no women are allowed. And that's crazy because they have hood on their department that are colored, and man, these people do not like black people. But now these guys' station is in Compton. That's their location. These are the Compton ones. So there's more African Americans in Compton. So I guess dealing with them on a day-to-day, I guess just build up a hatred. I'm assuming that's what it was. You know what I mean? Now the reason also why these guys are more different than the rest. Not besides the fact they don't let blacks and women in order to be a member. Look, like it says right here in this report, right here that I posted up. In order to be a member of this group, you have to shoot somebody. You gotta gun a motherfucker in order to be a part of this group, and more than 35% of the precinct is a member of this group. Look at that, man. These fools even got the logo in their work equipment, like in their workstation, like nothing. They be like flossing it. They got it tatted. They be putting rat, if somebody throws rat, look at that, like right on their station, homie. Like no fucks given, telling people, as soon as you clock in, your clocking in thing, that this fool's a rat. You know what I mean? Like these fools play that street game. You know what I mean? And the tattoos and the throwing the gang signs and trying to take out a rat. Like, now, the reason also why this group is specifically different, the fact that they're crazy and loony, They're responsible for the death of Andres Guardado. He's the 18-year-old that got gunned down right there in Gardinas. He got shot 5 times in his back. He was a security guard just on his. He was working. And they gunned him down. They gunned him down. This is the group that gunned him down, and because, you know, to become a new member. Not only that, these guys are also the ones that gunned down Dante Taylor. He was the one right here in the picture, the African American. He's right there with his boys. You know what I mean? He was gunned down also. Got shot in his back and everything. You know what I mean? By this group of this gang. And no wonder, look at their name, man. The Executioners. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, these fools are wild, homie. Like, you don't want to get pulled up by these vatos. These vatos, homie. These fools, these fools are the ones that they be doing the dirty. You know what I mean? But yeah, that shit's a trip. It's our taxpayer money, man. And there's countless reports on them. They're right now they're still investigating more of them right now. The FBI. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, but that's the Executioners. You know what I mean? That's crazy. And last but not least, the ones that started it all, the Linwood Vikings. Now, these guys are a white supremacist group, meaning that some of their members were members of the KKK. You know what I mean? So, these guys definitely no blacks, no Mexicans, no nothing, homie. These fools are strictly white. They still around to this day. So they started in 1971. Since 1971, this fucking shit's been going on. Can you guys believe that shit? Since 1971, it's our taxpayer money. Tell me if I'm lying. Go look up these damn reports yourselves, man. Since 1971, homie, these motherfuckers been doing their thing. These are the biggest one of the Hura, gang or whatever the fuck. The Regulators, the Grim Reapers, the Cowboys, the Devils, the Jump Out, the Hats, the 2000 Boys, all of that branched off. They branched off of these guys. These guys were the fathers, the creators. You know what I mean? So, they get this tattooed on them, this badge of honor of them, this Viking, the L for Viking, whatever the hell is. You see them throwing it up right there proudly. They're the oldest, and they also get tattooed 998. Now, you're probably wondering, what is 998? 998 is the code that officers use for officer-involved shooting. So, meaning, yeah, man, these fools love using that code, homie. Officer, hey, you learn these numbers, dog, because you're going to be saying them a lot, because we're going to be gunning motherfuckers, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's pretty much what they saying it, like how they saying it right there, like how it be going down, And the sad part is that there's even more Hura gangs, but these are just like the ones that I had to speak on, like too important to like pass by. You know what I mean? Because the shit that they be doing is outrageous. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's the Hura trying to live the G life, trying to be gangsters. You know what I mean? So, bunch of hypocrites. That shit's crazy. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. You know what I mean? But, yeah, that's it.